Hey, it's Rashaady. Are you ready to see one of the world's greatest wonders? Ride some camels and see where Rihanna got the inspiration for one of her tattoos? Well, come with me as we go to the world's sixth largest city, Cairo, Egypt. I left San Diego and went to Egypt via London and landed in Cairo on a nice sunny day. I stayed at the Hilton Zamalek, which was in a safe neighborhood that had a bunch of foreign consulates around it. The balcony was amazing and the views were just expansive, as you can see. One of the things I didn't know about Cairo prior to booking my trip is that it's a city of about 20 million. Close to my hotel was Bioto Complex, which had 3 different restaurants at it. We went there several times and had pizza, brownies, traditional food. One thing we didn't have was alcohol. Just to set the expectations, Egypt is predominantly a Muslim country, and therefore alcohol is served sparingly, mostly at hotels. When you arrive at the pyramids of Giza, it's an amazing place with so much energy around the pyramids. As with all great things, videos really don't do it justice. One of the coolest things we did was go inside the pyramid. I didn't even know this was possible, but for an additional fee, of course, you were able to do it. I'm not going to tell you it's the best thing ever, but if you're over there, you should do it. Word of caution is the stairwell to go up and down is tiny. You need to be physically able to get through it. We had to bend over for long stretches just to get in and out of there. It's the one time it was good to be short. If you're claustrophobic, you could easily have some issues as it is tight, like I said. Once you're up there, there's nothing special, just a tomb, but I still think it's worth it so you can say, I've been inside a 3,000-year-old pyramid. After going in the pyramid, we took a camel ride around the pyramids. As we went around, one of the things I was amazed about was the size of the pyramids. They were bigger than I thought, in both height and width. When you ride away from the pyramids and get to see them from the distance, their stature and grandness can really be seen. One of the best things about being in foreign countries is they don't make you sign all these foreign waivers and disclaimers for everything. As long as you have cash, you're good to go. Cash is your only disclaimer. So when you're like, hey, here's my money, they're like, hop on. I say that because you're able to ride camels and horses around fast, which is totally different than riding them when they're just walking. Now, if you go over there and bust your butt trying to be a cowboy, don't blame me. I'm just saying it can be done, not that you should do it. It was really cool being out there on our camels, and our tour guide did a great job taking pictures and entertaining us. At the end of our camel ride, our guide dropped us back at the Sphinx. It really looks best from the side angle. It's amazing to see, just when you look at it, the size of the granite that they cut and used to build it. There was granite all over the place. Literally, you could just bend over and pick a rock up off the ground and it was granite. After we left, our guides took us to a place that sold oils, and they took us there just to look. As we go there, the salesman, he was pretty good. He was selling us anything that he could. So if you had congestion, he would sell you some mint oil. If you had, like my boy Dale had plantar fasciitis, he had an oil for that. I honestly think if you had cancer, they would have gave you an oil that actually fixed the problem. Next, we went to see some paintings that were done on papyrus. Quite honestly, you could skip that if you ever go there. I didn't think it was worth it. Moving on to the world famous Egyptian Museum. This is a can't miss place. As of 2021, you had to visit both the old and new museum because they're in the midst of a transition. I believe they are moving everything over to the new museum eventually. Both have so many artifacts that are just mind-blowing. When you're there, you have to notice the beauty and the level of detail they put in all the artifacts. That's where Rihanna got her inspiration from for her tattoo. You could spend all day looking at tombs and mummies and other artifacts. But do yourself a favor and actually spend time looking at one of the artifacts at a great level of detail. It will blow your mind. Even inside of the coffins, they are immaculately designed. Make sure that you get a guide because they need to be able to teach you about the gods and their significance. And without that, you just really don't know what you're looking at. This is vitally important to everything you see while in Egypt. Just in case any of you are wondering, if you ever want to get mummified, you can still do it. It'll cost you about $67,000 US. After we left there, we went to the new museum, which is called the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. It's a little further out, but also hosts a number of beautiful items. When you're in Egypt, you have to go to both. One of the things I really liked at this museum were the artifacts of the working class folks, as well as the traditional dress they had on display. One of the things I liked was in the basement. It was the royal mummies. You can't take photos or videos, so I'm not picturing it, but the grounds around the area are beautiful as well, so you can take pictures of those, and please do. I couldn't put everything into the video, so if you did something fun, please put it in the comments. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified of future videos. I'm gonna put part 2 to this video where I go to southern Egypt, Abu Simbel, Luxor, and Aswan in the description. So check that out. Salam.